And we here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks, this where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to profit. Hey, hey, you talking to the prophet. Hey, hey. We talking condos and nice clothes and driving Lambos. I remember them night codes, we couldn't stand those. We tried to drive on them high roads, but had to stay low. Now there's solutions to hard bills we couldn't pay for. I talked to profit to get some profit, we couldn't change the top. If it's a stock and I need a cop it, I wait for him to drop it. Ain't no option, let's get it poppin'. We chillin' in the drop. I need some crypto, put it in my pocket. By any means I rock. This is the profit with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain, we here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks, this where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to profit.
What is going on?
Hey,
just checking out my old crypto art. I say my old crypto art. It's like 17 days old. In crypto, that's old. It's like an old man, an old, sad, tired man waiting for the Grim Reaper. Crypto ages you. Crypto will do two things. The digital asset space will put road miles on your face, but it'll make you fucking rich. So could you get some shots or something and take the little lines away? Yeah. Yep. You can. I'm going to do it. All my reactions gone. Botox, 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 Botox. I'm just going to have like this all the time. Are you happy? I'm very happy. Can't you see? All right. So let's see what's going on. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. I was just kind of looking at the old artwork. I've been doing a lot of NFT work behind the scenes. I'm consulting for a few firms that are doing NFT releases. So that's kind of fun. One is all of this really cool sports memorabilia. So we'll see if that gets done. And then another one is this really cool stuff. If you guys get a chance, check out Lonely Dog, like it sounds, lonelydog.com. It is the coolest stuff. It's this guy in Queensland or I don't know, New Zealand. And his name is Ivan and his stuff is badass. I can't show it because it's not, he basically what they did with all their stuff is he's kept all the originals and he sold lithographs, numbered lithographs. And these things go, I mean, upwards. He's been offered $1 million a piece for some of his artwork. It's just ridiculous stuff. It's really awesome. So we're working on something with them. And we're working on another NFT project, which I can't comment on, but I mean, I can't comment too much on it, but it's pretty cool. And so, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, so that's what's kind of fun. That's what's been going on. Oh, wait, I don't want that. I want that one. Got our cool little music. We got a lot of cool news today. So we'll talk about some news stuff. Let's see, who do we got? Who do we got here? We actually got a bunch of new peeps over on Theta. So let me say hi to Inner, El Combo, BSM78, Denise Yetis. Is that right? Thetans. That's Scientology. Got it. True Blue, Max McKay, Project 102, Renort, Kiki. What up, Kiki? Ranger, Electronic Neutrino. That's good. Because it's electric neutrino, it's actually not. Okay, Oasis Fox, IRS Theta, that's actually funny. Glitter Bunny, Siu Ho, Biotech Breakout, Scorpion, Aaron Troy, Belinda, Troublemaker, Ashu, what's going on, Ashu? Baykeeper, Wood HK, Ashu's, yeah, good. AJD, Sniper Princess, Get Involved, you know, we try. Dwight, what up, Dwight? Dwight, the man, the myth, the legend. And for those of you that are over in the Discord, you will be communicating with Dwight, with Daria, with Leroy quite often. Listen to what they're saying. They do a lot of fucking research. Like a lot. SJOT TV and Chelsea. Hello, Chelsea. DJ Wyatt, of course, Barella. Let me say hello over on the YouTube. Al Greco, first in the bunch this morning. Good to see you, Al. Jim, Scorpion, of course. Sylvia, Emmanuel. What up, Emmanuel? Yeah, we were chatting early, 2 a.m. California time. But anytime Emmanuel wakes me up to talk crypto, I needed to be up anyway. Joe Fernandez, ¿qué onda? Wojtek, what up? Wolverine Maniac. I think that's redundant because both Wolverines and Maniacs have Wolverine-like tendencies, and Wolverines are maniacal. Michael Murphy, JJ, I am designed. What's going on? Yeah. Let's see. Brady, Scott, or actually Scott Hill, because we've got two Scotts. Barno, Tom, Vincent, Rouleau, what's going on? Pablo, ¿qué onda? Candace, what up, Candace? Alabama. Biotech Breakout, Frank, Tube That Pipeline, Garth, the other Scott, DeFi, Tony Stark, Ryan, Dubai Money, P. Kelly, Stephen Hopkins, and did I get everyone? I think, and Gordon. And of course, Gordon. Now, Antonio is running the farm over at Clubhouse. It was just too much stuff to do all at once. So I decided I was going to let him focus on that and keep the machine going. So for those of you on Clubhouse, you are not forgotten. It's just I can only run 17 devices in front of my eyeballs. I got 2 eyeballs. 17 devices is 13 too many. Okay, Steven, good to see you. Oh, yeah, welcome back, Steve. Hits NDC. Yeah, I think that gets everybody, all of us. Good. We can kind of begin. So we'll go to this little commercially break thing. We'll come back. We got a lot of cool news. Most of you noticed the markets kind of took a big jump up earlier this morning, and then they gave most of it back, which is fine because it's pretty interesting. For the Discord, anybody that wants to check out the Discord, go to cryptoandcoffee.tv, and there's a big fat giant button that says join the Discord. It will send you an invite and welcome aboard. And have yourself either a lot of coffee or a big old fat ass crack rock or some meth, because you're never going to sleep again. Okay. That being said, let's go. Let's have a little kind of quasi commercial break, even though there's no commercial and it's not much of a break. And we'll be back to officially get the show started. I'll see you in just a second. All right, let me say hello to Joe. I hope I didn't ignore you, Joe. Hello, what up? Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to take a quick look with you all. We'll look at a couple of metrics. Let me do a quick screen refresh. What we're looking at is the top 3 coins with a volume of, and this is a measurement of a bunch of things. So these numbers, and they're not super important. It's just yet again another metric for looking at markets. I like this because I like colorful crap. Anyway, right now, the 3 most likely coins based on a variety of metrics, which is volume, which is Twitter, which is price movement, which is, not only the price movement, but the price change, the trading volume, the sentiment data, a variety of factors, all of that together. Stellar looks the most prime to move. However, before you go loading up on Stellar, they just had a network outage. Yes. I don't know if that's been factored in, the fact that Stellar stopped. So if you were about to load up on Stellar, try to catch that XRP train, push the brakes a little bit. Give it a little pause. Parsec, curious, it's in the range. I'm going to be looking at it. I don't know if I'll pull the trigger on it, but I'm going to be looking at it. Sushi, nope. I don't care what the metrics look like. I'm not buying into these forks of DeFi protocols that get rug pulled. Nope. Bottom 3 things you should probably be looking at hitting the sticks. And again, don't be confused by the price. Sometimes the price can be going up, but it's screaming sell. This is just based on a variety of factors and statistics. Ethereum Classic is screaming sell right now. Yes, it's up. It could go up for the next 5 days, but statistically, it is a sell. Bitcoin Gold is always a sell. All right. Avalanche is now 80. Oh, interesting. Avalanche hit 80. So Avalanche is making a little bit of a run. Protocol layer. KuCoin shares way up. They're up 7% on the day. It is a screaming sell. So anyway, there you go. Price change wise, Bitcoin Gold, Qtum, XRP. We're going to talk about XRP, Tezos, Helium, all up. Twitter volume is up for Sandbox, Wink, even though the price is down a little bit. KuCoin shares, XRP, Stellar. Of course, most of that Stellar news is that Stellar had a network outage. That's not really good news. And trading volume, Stacks way up, although the price is down 20%. Bitcoin Gold. Listen, when you see the trading volume on these assets up 1,000%, that is not natural. So when you see these moves and it's been sustained 2, 3, 4 days, it may be time to come to the sidelines a little bit. You want to catch these things early. This is why we use Coin Alert. This is not a sales ploy. This is why we use Coin Alert. This is why we made Coin Alert. I say we, Leroy and the Brainiacs. Why? Because you need something to tell you where to look. There's 9,000 flipping assets. It's just impossible to keep up with shit without having some kind of alert mechanism. Coin Alert, coinalert.app, log in, create an account. It will alert you to looking at things. Then you start applying other metrics, right? So anyway, cool. So what does all of this tell us? It doesn't tell us anything specific. It just points us, it just gives us more data so that we can make informed decisions. Okay, cool. Let's go through some news events. Let me make sure I haven't skipped anyone's. Let me see. Bimps, what's going on? Hello over on Theta. Let me say hello to not as many DeFi rug pulls lately. Well, it's only been 10 days since the last one. DeFi. It's only been 10 days since the last one. So I wouldn't say not as many. Wait a minute. Not true. There was one over the weekend. There was a huge one over the weekend. What are you talking about? Not as many. Saturday. There's not as many in the last 48 hours. Barely even $20 million was stolen. Remember, it was the white hat hacker. He got in there and he deployed basically the contract. You didn't have to own the asset to mint the asset. And these guys started printing it up. And one guy gave the tokens back and the other dudes ran off with it. I think it was 26 million or something like that. So yeah, it used to be twice a day. You can't launch enough DeFi platforms to maintain that speed of rug pulling. I mean, how long does it take to install a rug and then to pull it? It might take you 3-4 months to build, to lay the rug down and staple it and glue it, and only 1 minute to yank it out from underneath everyone's feet. So that's fun. Yeah, rug pulls. God, we love it. Okay. I heard XRP is going to $4. There's a good chance. Should we dig in a little bit? Do we think XRP is going?
It's all fake news.
Uh-oh.
It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Shh, maybe not. XRP surpasses $1 for the first time since 2018. What is behind the new rally? Many of you will be surprised to learn that there's nothing behind it. XRP surpassed $1 for the first time in 37 months as major cap altcoins are starting to follow Ethereum. Now, this isn't the only situation. I like beating up on XRP because XRP gets beat on its fair share. But you know what? No longer can people complain that the SEC cost us all this money. You hurt the community. Nope. XRP is now priced higher. It's not $1 now. It's sold off. But at the time of this writing, it was higher than 64 cents. 64 cents was the price when the SEC leveled their accusations against Ripple, Bread Garlic Mouth, and Chris Grand Larceny. So for those of you saying, if the SEC would do this, it doesn't matter. The price is now higher. Now, is it because of use, utility, or adoption? No, and fuck no. That doesn't matter. Sometimes people trade on technicals and the fundamentals don't matter. Now, those people usually get melted. Their faces get ripped off eventually. If you just trade on numbers, if the reason you're following something is because the price, you're in the wrong game and you're going to get your face ripped off. But I am happy that at least that's no longer part of the discussion. At least we don't have to say the SEC is targeting investors. The SEC, blah, blah, blah. No, listen, the coin is higher. You now have a choice as an owner of XRP. Do you want to risk that this thing moves? If you look at XRP, forget XRP for a second, look at XLM. Are they taking over the world? Are bridge assets changing? No, I'm not even going to go down that path. Fuck no. Nothing is happening for XLM. So what's going to happen for XRP? Well, it doesn't mean nothing's going to happen. Ripple is a completely different company than the Stellar Foundation. And I would say there's a lot more business savvy over at Ripple. See, I'm not a Ripple hater. I'm a bread garlic mouth Chris Grand Larceny, two huge fucking thieves hater. And what makes me mad, if people were like, I love Ripple, I'm okay with that. But these people that are like, that's bullcrap what they're doing to Brad and Chris. Bitch, do you know that what this fight has been? This whole thing that everybody they won in court. They didn't win shit. The SEC wanted to expose some private emails from Brad and Chris. Some pretty damning stuff. Brad and Chris, their legal team redacted a bunch of stuff. Basically took a black highlighter and went over stuff. Why? Because they were fucking scared to death that the public would read what these two greedy motherfuckers have been doing. They didn't want to expose that to the public. That's what this battle has been. So everybody that's rallying behind Chris and Brad right now, like, yeah, they won. Bitch, what they won was the ability to not show you what's in those emails. Are you guys fucking stupid? They stole from you. And now they don't want to expose their personal data because they know it will embarrass the monster fuck out of them. It boggles my mind, the things that the XRP community rally behind. You want to rally behind something? How about this? The price is up. Throw your hands up in the air. Celebrate. You could be going to $3 or $2 or something. It's not impossible. All sorts of rallies happen for reasons that have nothing to do with anything material. It's happening all over the crypto space, as we'll see in a little while. So be happy that the token is up and that if you wanted to, most of you could get back to the sidelines without losing money. Because if you think this has anything to do with some weird sideline judgment that only 2 of the 4 documents maintain their redacted status, that's not a win. That's like saying Chris and Brad won because now they don't have to tell you the truth on 2 of 4 documents. And you're going to throw your hands up and celebrate that, you fucking idiots driving your John Deere tractors? Jesus fucking Christ. How stupid do you have to be to think that's a victory? Go to Facebook, go into these XRP groups. These motherfuckers are celebrating like they just won like the Olympics, the Super Bowl, and that eating contest of hot dogs all at the same time. It's bad. Anyway, this move is a technical move. And I'm going to get into it a little bit just so people understand. So technical analysis doesn't work. So for instance, if you were looking at technical analysis and you were looking at Fibonacci retracements, that didn't predict this move. However, what did predict the move is when the entire market explodes upward, the high tide lifts all the ships. And there were many technical reasons why this thing was likely due in a market that's bloating upward. Now, there's some funny statements in this. And again, part of it's technical analysis, so don't buy into it too much. And again, this is the guy's name. Let me pull it up. Yeah, Joseph Young. He's kind of okay. He's not the Vanderpoop guy who just makes up a bunch of ridiculous nonsense and passes it off as news. At least this guy quasi reports. Anyway, let me go into the article. You guys can tell me what you think. The price of XRP has surpassed $1 on Tuesday. It's down to 92 cents now, but whatever. For the first time since March 2018, putting its market valuation around 47 billion. Again, use, utility, adoption, no, no, and no. All right. Moreover, the fourth largest cryptocurrency in the global market is broken out against Bitcoin pair, causing it to see significant technical momentum. Mostly a technical rally, not too many fundamentals. Well, I mean, not any fundamentals, if we're being honest. That's okay. Do we really care about fundamentals? Does anybody here really, I mean, are you going to leave XRP to your kids? Come on. No, you don't leave Bitcoin to your kids. You might leave Cardano to your kids, some Polkadot. You're not leaving XRP to your kids. You use XRP to make some money and put it back in Bitcoin. Unless you're an idiot. All right. When XRP was hovering around 75 cents, cryptocurrency traders noted that XRP's market structure was bullish. Cantor and Clark cryptocurrency derivatives traders said that XRP has all the technical components to rally. Since then, XRP has rallied from 75 cents to over $1 and back down to 92 cents. On Tuesday, Clark said, not for nothing, XRP technically has taken all necessary strides to be bullish. After the exchange delistings and write-off by most of CT, I'm guessing that's Cointelegraph. This essentially left the market short from both a positional and sideline standpoint. This can move much higher. It can do all sorts of stuff. You just got to be careful, like should it? And you have to have some position limits in place, and you have to be willing to take profit when it's kind of glaring you in the face, right? All right. Another well-known trader, recognized as Kaleo, never heard of him, noted that XRP's breakout against Bitcoin is particularly optimistic. Listen, guys, real quick. If you're not beating Bitcoin, then this is a greater, this part he's right about. If you're not beating Bitcoin in your altcoins, you're in the wrong alternative assets. The whole point is to mine the altcoins and collect more Bitcoin. You guys get that, right? All roads lead to Bitcoin. I hope that's clear. And I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. I'm a goddamn common sense maxi. All right. Everybody here should be working towards at least 0.1 Bitcoin. That should be your goal. Before you do anything else, you should collect at least 0.1. If you got a little bit more scratch in the game, get yourself to 1 Bitcoin. Okay. That literally, I hate saying the word literally because we throw it around all the time. That could be generational wealth, right? There's a good chance this thing moves up and to the right. These other assets are just ways to mine velocity, excitement, exuberance, productivity, perceived, and get back into Bitcoin. So just remember, Bitcoin should be your stable coin. The end of the day, you want to end up with more Bitcoin than you started. Okay, great. XRP BTC is about to break out of a 3-year downtrend. God, they missed all of last year. So I hope they have some kind of bull run. That'd be great. And again, I preface, I don't want anybody here to lose money. Just because I don't like a coin doesn't mean I want you guys to lose money. I don't want anyone to lose. I want everyone that took the risk to get into the crypto space to whip everyone's ass in the legacy financial space. I want the worst, dumbest, most rednecky, fucking retarded XRP maxi in the world who I can't even stand, that never brushes their teeth. I want them to beat the best hedge fund manager in all of legacy finance, because fuck that whole space. Fuck every one of those fat, rich, white motherfuckers that's been preying on us. And you guys think, oh, well, stimulus and all this kind of shit. Fucking wake up. You know how much money the uber rich made during stimulus, during COVID? They've never had more success. Because why? 9 out of every 10 stimulus dollars ends up in the pockets of these crony capitalist fat fucks. Go do some research. They shower you with a couple of fucking pennies and you're like, woo woo, $300 a week, woo woo. These motherfuckers are drinking straight from the golden well. So come on, man. All right. Let's go. XRP is about to break out of a 3-year downtrend. Zero exposure here seems irresponsible. When this SHIT coin starts to pump, I don't like saying, that's the one word I'm not a big fan of saying. I don't like labeling any coins as SHIT coins. It's too easy to start doing that. So I'll use all sorts of profanity. That's one I won't use. When this SHIT coin starts to pump, it makes vertical moves all at once for a burst, so very early. Social volume is growing. Okay, this is the greater story. What's moving tokens right now is social volume, sentiment data. All right, Twitter volume. All right, Telegram groups, Discords. That's what's moving these tokens, right? It's very little fundamentals, very much social volume, right? Another catalyst behind XRP atop the technical momentum has been its growing social volume. I believe it's all the social volume and zero any kind of weird technical breakout. There's only 6 people that trade off TA and in crypto, and they're mostly getting melted and getting kicked out of the market. According to analysts at Sentiment, a data analytics platform, the social volume of XRP has been growing rapidly in tandem with several other cryptocurrencies. By the way, you think, wow, this is crazy, whether you like XRP or not. Oh, this is crazy. It's going up. It's going down. That's how can it be going up? Nothing's happening. Go look at what's happened with Tron over the last few days. Over the last week, Tron has gone straight up. Tron is the junkiest dog garbage sauce, crap stain, douchebaggery fucking token on the planet. And it's gone straight up. It is what it is. People will get melted on that one too. Again, there's people that were in Tron that got crushed. I hope they're looking for an exit. Because listen, if it's a choice between owning Tron and owning Ripple, give me a fucking blue t-shirt. I will go work for Ripple. I will go mop fucking floors at Ripple. I will clean Brad Garlinghouse's $1 million fucking diamond encrusted shoes that he stole from the investors, just so that I don't have to give one goddamn nickel to Justin Sun's dumb fucking ass. I promise you. Maybe not clean his shoes. Maybe other stuff. Maybe like sweep or mop. I'm good at mopping. I was in the Navy. All right. The analyst stated, most altcoins have been maintaining their upward trajectory to start the week with no greater surge among top 100 assets than we've seen from STX, which is seeing a 5-month high in social volume. Other spikes include XRP, XTZ, FTM, BTG. Let's not forget Tron, BitTorrent, Win token. I showed you guys that. That was just crushing for the last few days. Anyway, if the technical structure of XRP remains intact, bullshit. This has nothing to do with technical. The point of all this is social volume. And I want you guys to start paying more attention to the community, to the social volume, to the cohort of people that are incredibly supportive. Look at the community. If you have a vibrant, vigilant community, you can see a lot of success. Listen, go back to GameStop, go back to Hertz, go back to any of these stupid companies, poorly managed, bankrupt ass companies. You get a surge in social activity, you can pump that thing. You can pump it to the moon. Everybody's like, GameStop, yeah. GameStop is one of the worst companies on earth. Hertz, really? One of the worst companies on earth went bankrupt. Why? Because bad companies are supposed to go bankrupt. That's the only way the system actually works. If you let bad companies exist, you have misuse of funds. You take tax dollars and you apply them. You basically light them on fire. Everybody here that's ever paid 1 cent in taxes should be super angry that any bad business is allowed to continue, that they're allowed to receive. Let me tell you something. This COVID thing fucked a lot of people, because a lot of companies that were just doing poorly for years and years and years, they got in line to grab these big, oh, it's COVID. Bail me out. It's COVID. Bullshit, bitch. Your company was mismanaged. Fucking WeWork. The fuck out of here. It wasn't COVID that destroyed WeWork. It was WeWork that destroyed WeWork. There's a bunch of dumb, ignorant assholes that don't understand how to calculate what profit really is and feel like they can fucking lie all the time and walk away with a big old fat ass $750 million blanket. No. You guys should be vigilant about bad companies going bankrupt and having better companies and better management come in take on those resources and those assets and deploy them in a way that is profitable. If you bail out bad business, you get all of these weird fractures we see in our economy. Shale oil, that whole fucking industry shouldn't even exist. It can't exist financially. It's just a bunch of fat ass lobbyists. Oh, God. Anyway, that's a whole different story. So I digress. Go back to when you're looking at an asset, when you find something that's on your list. Hey, this is interesting. I want to take a look at it. Go look at his Twitter following. Go look at it. See if there's an Instagram page. See if there's Facebook groups and things like that. Go and see how many humans outside of the developers are actually incentivized to participate. Chainlink has moved completely on its social status. There's no real utility for Chainlink. And it doesn't matter because they have a vigilant community. That's all that matters. It's not all that matters, but we're not in a fundamental society right now. There's no fundamental, the whole equity market, it's not moved by fundamentals. Even the bond market is moved on whimsy right now. Right? Fundamentals don't care, don't matter right now. What matters is growth. Everyone's chasing growth. Where's the growth? Where's the growth? Where's the growth? And a lot of people have free money that they shouldn't have. That ends in June. When the when the free money stops, when the stipends stop, when the evictions start, you're going to see something ugly. I like to call it Rentamageddon, because it is coming and it's going to be ridiculous. And I cannot wait. It is going to be fireworks like a mofo. And guess what? It's going to go overnight. We all have free money. Woo, woo, woo. Everything's great. To the money's gone. Work or get the fuck out of your apartment. Oh, by the way, you don't have the back 17 months rent? Cool. Get the fuck out of your apartment. And then there's going to be all these landlords swapping bad renters for new bad renters. It is going to be chaos. I can't wait. Because if you have cash in a situation like that, you can buy all sorts of cool stuff. Veritax said social volume only matters to me on marketing. That's it. I care more. Yes, you do. You do. But social volume right now is what's moving these assets. So, yeah. I don't agree with it. I'm a fundamental person, but you can't disagree with the price movements. Okay. XRP. What makes me mad is not when XRP goes up, because again, I want investors to be made whole. What makes me mad is when bad projects. You know what makes me mad? It actually, and it shouldn't. It actually bothers me when Tron goes up. I mean, it actually gets under my skin because the Tron investors are, and I don't mean to embarrass anyone or to point anyone out, but on the aggregate, the Tron investors are the dumbest in the world. They are the absolute dumpstery, trashiest fucking dummies on the planet. Listen, people that invest even in the nonsense, the people that were following the bear and the Ridley fucking guy, the cartoons and all this kind of stuff in the XRP community, those are like rocket scientists compared to your average Tron investor. And if I've offended anyone, good. Go look in the mirror, point at that person and say, that person is a fucking idiot because he believes in Tron. Because if you dig into that dumpster fire, there is nothing there. It is a marketing firm with nothing else. It's fucking smoke and mirrors, you morons. Let my voice be heard far and wide. That being said, I bet Justin Sun's probably fun to hang out with. He seems like a pretty cool guy. He's a complete piece of shit, but he's probably a cool piece of shit. And I would go hang out with him. I wouldn't loan him $5. I wouldn't pay for his valet. I certainly wouldn't, pay for dinner. And he's blowing all it. God, dude, he's the one who's been buying all these NFTs for ridiculous prices. It's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, I don't get mad when XRP goes up. Sometimes I'm bewildered. I do get mad when Tron goes up. Anyway, okay. But again, I don't want Tron investors to lose any money. They're too dumb to know they're losing it. Let's see. They will extend evictions. I'm not sure they can. And the thing is, unless you create a separate bailout for the landowners, it's kind of like enough is enough. They would be 18 months into not collecting rent. and the government said you don't have to pay rent. So at what point do the landowners get their bailout? Right? I mean, I'm sure there'll be something, but a lot of these landlords are like, I don't care. Even if I get bailout money, I'm kicking all these people out. All of them. I'm going to reset the whole fucking thing. Why? Because then they can reset and they can change their prices to more closely mimic what's happening in the real world as far as inflation effects and things like that. Okay. So there are other reasons why you would evict if you can. And listen, if I own property and people decided I'm not paying because the mayor said I don't have to pay. Oh, you're getting the fuck out of my apartment. I promise you. Beat it. Hit the sticks. I pay my rent. I'm probably the only, it doesn't matter, whatever. I haven't bought yet. I learned a valuable lesson. You rent where you live. You buy what you rent. Does that make sense? All right, let's move on to the next piece of news. Fun news for those of you interested in NEAR, which I know I am. I know a lot of us are. Stop it. Start earning. Get off the gas. You don't want us to earn anything, Gemini twins. You never cared about us earning. You don't care about us. 40-year mortgages onto those affected. What do you mean extending their mortgages out to 40 years? I mean, you can't just, Biden can't just change the banking system. So they would have to go and modify all those loans. God, they're just going to create this big quagmire. I think the housing market's going to get kicked right square in the taint. Hit the bricks. Oh yeah, it would be bricks, wouldn't it? Unless you live in the jungle. Well stated. Okay, let's see. Biden can't change contract. Yeah, I don't know how that would happen. Student loan bailout can't happen either. Not in any meaningful way. They could give tax credits and stuff, but a student loan bailout can't happen because what do you say to all the people that did pay? Right? What do you tell them? Oh, you're going to get punished. So then what they'd have to do is say, okay, everybody that has had or will have a student loan, here's $50,000. Where's that money? Well, that would be stimulus because millennials are not great at managing their money. They're going to punt that money right back into the market. So I think what we're seeing is the beginning of continual free money. And, if you're like, well, when is universal basic income coming? It's here. We have it. Opulence, I has it. And so what you have to do is you have to be in alternative. I think you should probably have some exposure to alternative assets like crypto, like Bitcoin, that will run antithetical but parallel to the currency system that we currently have, so that if there's some shake in the faith of the currency, and if they actually print, and again, the Fed doesn't print, the Treasury prints. Make sure you understand that. It's not the Fed, it's not central banks. There's nothing central about central banks, and the Fed's not a central bank anyway. But if the Treasury prints, and if the Bidens and the Yellens, and they actually get a printing press running and putting money into your pocket, not my pocket, but into people's pockets, in a meaningful way that goes above and beyond all of the balance sheet destruction that they suffered over the last 2 years, then and only then does it actually count as real stimulus. But all you're doing is you're decimating the middle class. You're making poor people poorer. You're making rich people richer, which is 1% are going higher. The bottom 90% are going lower. And what was the middle class, which was about probably 40 to 50% of the entire economy, is now about 10%, maybe 8%. And they're just getting ripped apart, just ripped to shreds. And so at some point, if there really is meaningful currency creation, which again, there isn't right now, but if there would be through a digital dollar where you could have real-time stimulus and things like this, then all bets are off. And if you think Bitcoin has moved, you ain't seen nothing. Whew. Because then when there's real inflation, not this little melt up 8 to 10% a year, which I know sounds like a lot, but let's face it, it's really not in the world we live in. But when you see real inflation, 30, 40, 50% a year, 8, 10, 12, 15% a month, that's hyperinflation, 15% month on month. Oh, then the rules change. all bets are off. And then we're going to have to go and reevaluate the way we look at the world. Right now, there is not real inflation. Not really. Right now, most debt is, trading negative. We have basically negative real interest rates in the United States. Right now, you're not getting devalued super quick. Your spending power isn't reducing. Consumer prices aren't skyrocketing up. There are a couple of pockets of logistical, quagmires because of the whole COVID thing. But on the aggregate, inflation's not here, not in any meaningful way. CPI, lowest print in 12 years. You could argue that the Fed doesn't know how to create inflation. All they do with QE is strip the market of the most valuable, assets, the most tradable, the most liquid treasuries. It's the opposite. It's neither quantitative nor is it easing. It's actually deflationary. It's a quagmire. Good thing we're going to have Jeff and Emil on to talk about it in about 2 weeks. That will be fun. However, let me continue. In a video I watched yesterday. Yeah. Now, hyperinflation, if you just want a basic explanation, it's easy. It's 15% month on month. That's hyperinflation. Anything else is hyperbole. All right, let's go into this article because it's kind of a cool one. Should we do some intrigue? I think we'll do some intrigue. All right. Near Protocol launches Ethereum bridge for cross-chain interoperability. Blockchain project Near, think Coinbase Ventures. Think less than 2 weeks away from their initial public offering. COIN, by the way. That's what it's going to be called. Coinbase. Coin. Okay. Blockchain project Near Protocols launches Ethereum bridge called Rainbow. I get it. It's not a West Hollywood thing. The bridge allows transferring ERC20 tokens between the Ethereum and Near blockchains. Users can take advantage of faster transaction confirmation times and lower fees with the bridge. Near co-founder Ilya Polosukhin told the block. A unique sharding model. Remember when sharding meant something else? Yeah. A unique sharding model gives the Near protocol the ability to scale linearly while maintaining 1 to 2 second confirmation speeds and transaction fees, usually under 1 cent. Has anybody done anything on Ethereum lately? Dear God, man. So this couldn't come at a better time. And what we're seeing is, a lot of people are asking about BNB. Should I go into BNB? BNB. Why is BNB so successful? They were left this window. Binance, and they seized the opportunity. CZ he's not a dummy. He's just a scoundrel, but he's not a dummy. And Binance seized a gap between Ethereum supposedly scaling, between Cardano and DOT launching smart contracts, because they're still months off. Cardano's not going to have smart contracts, at least live. Testnet they will this month, but live not until really first week of August, and DOT late June, probably melting into July. So there's a window right here, and Binance has absorbed that. But Binance Smart Chain is not smart. It's not much of a chain, and you know what? For now, it will do. However, the people at Near that actually built a real protocol, right? They said, well, we have something that might help. And this is that something, the Rainbow Bridge. Near is a proof of stake blockchain and uses dynamic sharding approach, a scalability solution. Such scaling solutions can help decrease the load on Ethereum. Innovation across the decentralized finance, DeFi, and non-fungible token NFT space has increased demand on the Ethereum network and escalated transaction fees to record high levels. Yeah, no shit. The bridge allows to merge economies between Near and Ethereum and allows developers to build novel experiences not possible on Ethereum while still having users from Ethereum to seamlessly interact with them and economic activity from Near to flow back into Ethereum's DeFi. My guess is as this builds out, this is going to be a big deal for Near. Big. And I'm very excited because I'm a big supporter of Near because I like what they're doing. Near has essentially done everything that Ethereum 2.0 endeavors to do, and they've done it already, as in right now, as in done. Near plans to launch more bridges in the future. We aim to connect with Cosmos and Polkadot. Dude, telling you, if you guys are asleep at the wheel, if you're asleep at the wheel and you miss Near, your stomach is going to hurt about a year from now. When this mother effer is trading around 50, 60, 80, $100, you're going to be like, oh my God, that was my Ethereum. Yeah. Everybody who's like, oh, I missed Ethereum, I missed Bitcoin. You ain't missed nothing. This thing is still starting. We're still in the very beginning stages. No, not that one, this one. Anyway, Near is backed by a number of notable investors, including A16Z. That should ring a bell. Andreessen Horowitz. A16Z. Why? Because if you do the math, Andreessen, there's 16 letters in between the beginning of his name and the end of Horowitz. So A16Z. Get it? Yes, it's very clever. Coinbase Ventures, Pantera Capital. Project has raised a total of over $70 million to date. Pay attention. Pay attention to Near. Okay. Harmony One already has its Ethereum bridge. Yes, true, but not too many people are using it. Harmony is cool, but again, you've got to see these guys. I mean, you would think fundamentally that they need some use, utility, and adoption. Now, again, Near has been pretty quiet, but I think Coinbase will probably start making a more meaningful argument as they roll out these bridges and things like that. Let's continue. Interesting Cardano news for anyone that saw the spike. And let me go show you. Real quick, Cardano Venture Fund makes first investment, $500K into payments firm Coty. Let me take a look really quick. Cardano is at $1.29. Not too shabby. For those of you that have been in it for a while, you're doing quite all right. But why is it getting a surge today? Well, it's not a technical thing. This is an actual fundamental thing. We love fundamental things. Pouring your coffee into a ceramic mug. Paper cups have a plastic layer which releases microplastics when it... Yes, here's the thing, biotech breakout. I use those microplastics because where my heart was is actually a lump of coal infused with plutonium. That's why I have no heart. And that mixes with the microplastics. You see, and actually, funny you say that. Rocky got me a really nice mug. I just didn't use it this morning. But there you go. All right. So let's talk about Cardano. Cardano Venture Fund makes first investment, $500K in payments firm Coty. Rather than reinventing DeFi on a faster version of Ethereum, Cardano was doing something different, said Coty. Let's see. What is it? Coty's received $500,000 from C Fund, making the first investment made by the venture fund backed by Cardano, currently the 7th largest cryptocurrency by market cap. The 20 million C fund was launched in July of last year, a joint venture between Cardano builder IOHK and Los Angeles-based Wave Financial. The aim of the fund is to grow the Cardano ecosystem, which has not kept pace with the whooping growth of its native ADA token. Both teams have worked together in the past, resulting in Coty creating the first version of ADA Pay. In 2019, Coty will upgrade that for the Shelley mainnet, expected to be released on the Cardano network over the coming weeks. Interesting. The cryptocurrency space can be thought of as a collection of tribal factions with fiercely held allegiances. You say alliances too, right? Cardano and ADA, created by the Ethereum co-founder Charles Hoskinson, stands outside the crypto canon and has endured ribbing from Bitcoin and Ethereum supporters alike who claim nothing much is really being built on Cardano. And guess what? They're correct. Because as of now, other than stupid space bubs and some other stupid NFT bullshit, nothing's really been past tense built on Cardano. Why? Because you can't, because they don't have smart contracts launched yet. They don't even have testnet smart contracts. So those criticisms, while they seem nasty, they're valid. I own a lot of Cardano, but it's fair. Smart contracts aren't deployed. I can't do any smart contract stuff. It's impossible. So they're correct. Moving forward. There are a lot of new chains out there like Polkadot and Binance Smart Chain and so on, and they're all more or less target the same crypto audience. To do DeFi better and all of that, said referring to the 51 billion decentralized financial sector, rather than just doing another faster version of Ethereum or the same DeFi project on top, Cardano is trying to work with governments, specifically in developing countries in Africa and South America. You say, well, why is that a big deal? Well, I will tell you. It's a big deal because the biggest group, the biggest cohort of millennials on the planet is anyone? If you said Africa, give yourself a high five, I guess with your other hand, like you could do that. You'd look like a tard, but you could do it. So Africa's a big deal. Who controls Africa, not controls, but who ingratiates themselves in finance in Africa are going to be the recipient of big rewards. And so while everybody's fighting over some nickels and dimes in Europe and some nickels and dimes in America, Charles is saying, you know, that's where we should be. That's where the money is. And guess what? It's all new money. It's all people that are not advanced. They have been left behind financially. They have very little identity, like literally no identity. And that's the first step. The deal in Africa, the first deal in Ethiopia is about creating an identity system for the entire country, getting everybody on the record. Once you have everybody on the record and you've established sovereign identities, then you can start creating financial identity. Then you can start creating loans. Then you can start, yes, Al, China is going big into Africa. Africa is the new frontier. And so it's a big deal. And I think this is incredibly valuable. And they're also, who are you competing with? You think Ethereum's, you think Vitalik wakes up at the crack of, noon and goes, let's conquer Africa. They can't even conquer scaling. And so this isn't low-hanging fruit. It's a whole market. And people are just ignoring it, except Cardano. And a little bit Stellar. Stellar is trying to do some things in Africa, but they just don't have a lot to do. There's just not much you can do, like bridge assets. And people in Africa are like, I don't have a fucking cell phone, Stellar, and your network just stopped. Come back when your network works, and come back when you're going to shower the world in cell phones. Otherwise, go fuck yourself. Right? Cool, but a little bit too much of nothing. That's the problem with Stellar. Always a little bit too much of nothing. At least with XRP, you have Ripple, a big, fat, fucking greedy, which I love. Greed is awesome. A big, fat, greedy company that has your best interests in mind. Yes, trust me, Ripple wants that token to succeed because they own all of them. Ripple owns most of the XRP. Of course they want it to do well. How do you think Chris and Brad, they're not going to be able to keep stealing from you and buying new countries, behind your back if the token doesn't do well? Come on, think about it. Maybe Stellar needs a little bit of that. Maybe Stellar needs them some greed. Okay, so kind of cool for Cardano. So we'll see what this means. Yeah, cool. All hail DeFi. All right, and kings can now be paid in Bitcoin. What pray tell do I mean? Well, Sacramento Kings offer Bitcoin salary option for their employees. The NBA franchise is set to offer Bitcoin as a salary option for everyone in the organization in the latest in a series of experiments with crypto. This is pretty cool. California's cool. The Sacramento Kings are set to offer Bitcoin as a salary option, the latest in a long line of crypto-related initiatives by the NBA franchise. The Sacramento Kings, NBA franchise. By the way, full disclaimer, I was consulting for the Clippers pre-COVID about doing, we had a whole NFT thing planned, and the person there, I'm not going to use a pronoun. I'm not going to say it was a she. I'm not going to say she dropped the ball and left us hanging and probably cost them a fortune. I won't say that. I don't want to call anybody out. I don't want to say it was her. I don't want to say it was that blonde girl that runs the show. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that it was her. We'll just say it was a somebody. We won't use pronouns. She doesn't need to be called out like that for dropping the ball on the biggest change in crypto, and some would say in sports in the last 20 years. We don't want to say we don't want to say she did that. We don't want to say she blew it. at the LA Clippers. You know who you are. We don't want to say that, so we won't. All right. But I digress. The Sacramento Kings NBA franchise is set to offer Bitcoin as a salary option for everyone that works for the organization, per Kings chairman, CEO, and governor Vivek Ranadive. Vivek. The announcement was reportedly made during a clubhouse session. Oh, God damn it. Anytime the word clubhouse comes up, I'm just like, I just start to because you have to doubt everything you hear from it. It came up in a clubhouse session, meaning nothing. Okay. The announcement was reportedly made during a session where Ranadive was attending a club called Satoshi Roundtable. Tim Draper, a venture capitalist, asked the King CEO to join him as a speaker. Tim is an interesting guy. I've met Tim twice. Once listening to him, got to shake his hand. He's freaking tall, man. He's got so much hair. It's like a full-on mop. Tim is a little, what's the word? Have you ever had an uncle or like a grandpa that was just starting to get loopy? Tim Draper loopy. Tim Draper, maybe not someone you, Tim Draper has been very successful as a VC, but I would not ask him advice on anything. I would not let him cook me a meal. I would not let him be near heavy equipment. That's my take on Tim Draper, but he's been wildly successful and he has built a really good team around him that probably say, Tim, go to the conference thing. We'll handle business. Good for Tim. All right. He's right up there with McAfee as far as like, I mean, Tim's not going to eat his own, Yahoo if the price, but anyway, whatever. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to announce the next few days that I'm going to offer everyone in the Kings organization. They can get paid as much of their salary in Bitcoin as they want, including the players. The quote was subsequently tweeted by Neil Jacobs, a Bitcoin enthusiast who was present in the clubhouse room. Neil's kind of interesting. He seems like an okay dude. I mean, he's kind of a maxi. I mean, he's not kind of a maxi. He's a maxi, but he's an okay dude. I mean, he's got the Mimi kind of laser eyes thing, which is usually kind of embarrassing. When I see people do that, I'm like, oh, look at you. You're part of the flock. You think you're original, but you're really just kind of part of the flock. Good for you being a sheep. Anyway, but Neil's all right. Anyway, I'm going to announce the next few days that I'm going to offer everyone in the Kings organization that they can get paid as much of their salary in Bitcoin as they want, including the players. So this is kind of cool. This isn't the first time that the California NBA franchise has experimented with cryptocurrency and blockchain. Last year, the Kings announced they would auction game-worn jerseys on the Ethereum blockchain. The first auction was held on January 15, 2020, after a game against the Dallas Mavericks, who are also dabbling in crypto, thanks to owner Mark Cuban, who, by the way, let us not forget that just 6 months ago, Mark Cuban said, you can look it up, bananas are worth more than Bitcoin because I can eat bananas. That is a quote by the dumbest mofo in the entire investment space. And he's a Johnny-come-lately. Now he thinks it's cool. 6 months ago, bananas over Bitcoin. But now he's full guns blazing crypto. Hey, Mark, stick to the Shark Tank where you buy and sell, fucking cooking utensils and bicycles that have glowing shit on them and all this and hair care products. Leave the investment space to the adults. Thanks. Cool thing though, proceeds from the auction went for hurricane relief. So that's kind of cool. Good for them. What's more, the Kings accepted Bitcoin for payment as far back as 2014 and even started mining cryptocurrency in 2018. In 2019, the NBA franchise released the Kings token, designed to reward fans that demonstrated engagement with the team. Kind of cool. I didn't hear about that, so I'm guessing it didn't do surprisingly well, but doesn't matter. The Kings' latest crypto move comes at a time when Bitcoin's price nears its all-time high of, we'll call it 59,000. 61,000 was the all-time high, currently priced at 58.5. Bitcoin has recovered from its recent low, 52,000. Like I say, recent low. Do they remember that 1 year and 1 week ago, Bitcoin hit 3,800. Just, I guess we all forget that, right? Like 6 months ago, it was like 9,000 people. No one. You guys don't remember that? All right. Okay. Bitcoin's had a solid 2021 to date, most of which can be attributed to growing interest from institutional investors such as MicroStrategy and Tesla. Wrong. MicroStrategy. Bitcoin was already 50 plus K when Tesla even mentioned it. No, you know what? Let me back that out. I think Bitcoin was 40 plus K. I think Tesla came in between 40 and 50. Anyway, the point is Tesla announced the Bitcoin purchase, 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, to dodge bad news from China that they were being investigated for safety violations and other things related to Teslas produced in China. That's why they dropped that news. MicroStrategy, right? Saylor actually believes in Bitcoin so much that he's gone out and he's become like Bitcoin Moses. You know, we already have Bitcoin Jesus, Roger Ver, and we have Bitcoin Abraham, which is Antonopoulos, and now we have Bitcoin Moses, which is Michael Saylor. You know what? It's a pretty good little crew. I like Roger Ver. I think Roger Ver is cool. He's a little weird. Roger Ver is weird. I might not let him, drive my kids to school, but there's a very good chance that Roger Ver is more important than anyone else in the history of crypto. Because if he hadn't been going around giving cash to all these companies, we probably aren't where we are right now. So be careful not to cast dispersions at Roger Ver. Without Ver, we are not here. We're not where we are right now. But picking up the mantle, rolling the stone away, whatever metaphor you want to use, Michael Saylor has done more, in my opinion, than anyone else. But all of this started last June with an announcement from PayPal. Don't forget, this rally started with PayPal. Michael Saylor didn't start this. Elon Musk sure the fuck didn't start this. Mark Cuban, he's eating bananas. PayPal started this. You want to thank somebody for this? Why we're here right now, today, this second, and everybody's smiling? PayPal. Lest we not forget. I hate PayPal. But you know what? It made me fucking rich. Cool. All right. And a real quick look, if there's anything exciting in prices, Bitcoin 58, Ethereum 2112, cool, still in price discovery mode. Polkadot $45, cool. Cardano $1.30. Oh, you know who you are out there. You brilliant bastards that got Cardano at 3 cents. Oh man, if I could only go back in time and buy it at 3 cents. Oh wait, I did. Wah, wah. Theta, $12. Good. Theta banged back up over, it got out of the 11s, which is good for Theta. Filecoin, $1.69, still way up. It didn't touch, Saturday it hit like $230. Yeah. Was that a little bit toppy? Yeah. Was that FOMO? Of fucking course. But you know what? $1.70 still not bad. Okay. VeChain, 11.3 cents. This thing keeps moving up. Where will it stop? I don't know. But if you're in it and you've made 1,000% profit, take some profit off the table. All right. Cosmos, $22. Hot token, 2.5 cents. Cool. It's way up. It's up 68x. Yeah. 68x, homies. Problem is I only had a few $100. But you know what? My few $100, I'll say this. I never talk about money because I think it's in poor class. But I will talk about this. On Bittrex, I had a couple $100 in Holochain. I mean, like literally a couple hundred, because I thought, yeah, man, me and Brando bought it. I told you, like, it'll be cool to have $1 million worth, not $1 million, 1 million tokens, right? So we bought 1 million tokens, and I have like, I don't know, 30 grand or something stupid, 25,000 bucks from like, like literally like $200. It's probably one of my best performers. Percentage wise, it probably actually beat out my Cardano gains. So good for them. Chili's fan token, basically 50 cents. It's been kind of quiet, but I don't think it stays quiet. I think this one does quite well over the summer. Engine 262, cool. Mana, it's over $1, cool. Graph token 178. Hold on to your graph tokens. Some stuff be coming. Don't sell graph. Don't sell it. You'll be angry. You'll be sad. You'll be pissing and moaning, and you'll be hating on it. Wink token. It's down 5% on the day, but it's up like a gazillion. 400% last week, 900% on the month, blah, blah, blah. I bought a few $100 of this. It's, first of all, it's a completely scammy token. It's also a Tron project. So it's scam on top of scam on top of scam. But I'm doing an experiment, and I'm buying and selling based on certain metrics that I'm finding. I use Coin Alert to discover the token, and then I go over to Cointelegraph and I track it on their Vortex score. And when the score hits a certain point, I'm doing some buying and some programmatic selling to see kind of where it all nets out. So I'm playing this little game. We'll see if it works. I'm not using enough money to hurt, literally just a couple $100, but I do technically own it. So there you go. IOST is finally starting to break out a little bit. It's closing in on 6 cents. Good, because it's been quiet for a while. OGN 310 suckers. This thing is moving like a mofesia. It's getting close to that billion market cap. Where will it go? I don't know. It could have another 5x left in it. Depending on where you got in, you may want to scrape a little profit to the side, but you know what? It's been moving so fast. I wouldn't do it yet. Let the momentum slow down, or use some stop losses depending on your exchange. 1 inch, it's above $5. God, thankfully. Flow, $35. It's starting to creep up. It had a down day yesterday. It's been flat, week, month, blah, blah, blah. But the UFC is coming to Top Shots. Don't ignore it. TVK. TVK's been quiet, man. It went up, it went down, it's done nothing. It's up on the month, but it's down on the week and the day. They have licensing figured out. I keep these in the same bucket. Neither of these NFT plays have been performing very well. As you can see, they both kind of got gut punched the last day or so. Stormix, really good over the month and the week and the month. It got beat up yesterday, but that's because it went straight up over the weekend. Think of it as a gamified, like a credit card where you get bonus tokens and things like that. And then they gamify all of these different ways where you can get more bonuses and airdrops and all sorts of other shit. So I have a small position in this. I don't yet know if it makes sense to own a big position. This is another programmatic trade. Again, discovered on Coin Alert. Once I discovered it on Coin Alert, I started watching it. When it hit certain points in the Vortex score, I bought. I'm holding most of these for 168 hours, which for those of you that like math, that's 1 week. And then what I do is I exit my profit and leave. I basically exit my original investment and leave my profit as a free position, whether that's 1%, 5%, If it's a loser, I still sell it. These are experiments, and it's with a very, very tiny amount of money. And because I want to see if this is something that makes sense. It has been working. I will give you more details later, but not now. Okay. Fetch. I'm still adding because AI is the future. AI is not the right now, but AI seems to be the right now if it's AGI. Ben Gortzel coming over to Cardano. It's 47 cents. Started covering this thing around the 20s, between 20 and 28, 29 cents. I still think you add it here. Me personally, I am adding it here. I want to build a big position in these. These might not even heat up until late in the year or next year. They're cheap. I'm going to continue to add. Audius. Audius has been getting crushed down recently, but it's up almost 200% on the month. Yes, the weekly, the daily, it's getting punished. But this thing moves off news and hype and tweets and crap like that anyway. Another artist comes in, this thing bumps up to $5. There you go. If it gets under $2, I will add. Okay. Let's see. Near, we're at 698. It was in the $7 range, so that's kind of cool. It's up 12.5 on the day. Rally token, it's a $1.07, but I think this thing is going to be phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. And look at the market cap. Yes, it's quiet right now. It's not a lot of volume, tiny market cap, tiny token. It's also very difficult to buy this thing. When it's not so difficult, it's an influencer token. We just talked about, the effects of Twitter and Twitter volume and reach and the value, the sentiment data. and social scoring and things like that, and how that might be right now, price-wise, more important than fundamentals. So I think you get a little bit of both with Rally token. I like it. I'm going to slowly add right around $1. I will keep adding. My entry price was originally 91 cents, but I'm going to keep adding. As long as it's around $1, I'll keep adding. And AR Weave. This is my secret token. I will not tell you how I got it. I will not tell you where I got it. If you want to do some research, it's on you. I can only tell you this. Polkadot is coming. AR Weave is coming. That's all you get. All right. Let me say hello to Whirlwind, Honeymoon, Cluster. What's going on? Let's go ahead and roll it out for today. You guys have had it's been fun. You've listened to me drone on long enough. Token supply will increase in the end of April. The token supply, a lot of tokens are going to have more token supply. How do you get Rally? Well, one might, if one was so inclined, go to gate.io if one was so inclined. Let's see. Ashley and Dave, what's going on? Bam. Okay. Let's call it a day. Have a good one. Stay out of trouble. Barno, good to see you. I didn't see you there. And Bitcoin Candy, certainly not ignoring you. Scott, Mohammed. I don't want him. Oh, Jared. What's up, Jared? I didn't see you there, buddy. I apologize. Sometimes I get off on my rants and I just forget. Oh, yes. Rally's on KuCoin. There you go. So it's on KuCoin. So you can get it on KuCoin. I think you can get it on Gate. MX exchange, was it MXC or whatever that went? So anyway, there's some weird exchanges. By the way, KuCoin, their native token has been doing quite well lately. Pay attention to that. Okay. So in summation, sentiment is important. Society is important. The tweets, the Facebook mentions, the groups, the telegrams, the discords. Don't discount the value of a vigilant army of supporters. They can make a token do things that fundamentally don't make sense. And on that note, I will leave you. Please don't do anything my poor, insolvent, drunk, strung out on meth, super cracked out, smoking water grandmother wouldn't do. And guess what? Today, she's just chilling. She just drunk.
Hey, this is the Prophet with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain. We here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks? This where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, you talking to the Prophet? Hey. We talking condos and nice clothes and driving Lambos. I remember them night codes, we couldn't stand those. We tried to drive on them house roads, but had to stay low. Now there's solutions to hard bills we couldn't pay for. I talked to Prophet to get some profit, we couldn't change the top. If it's a stock and I need a cop it, I wait for him to drop it. Ain't no option, let's get it popping. We chilling in the drop. I need some crypto, put it in my pocket by any means I rock. This is the Prophet with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain, we here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks? This where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, you talking to the Prophet?
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
You talking to the Prophet?